Hello and welcome. I have a very good Feldenkrais exercise for you to improve balance. This is a good exercise for anyone that wants to improve balance, but is especially an important exercise for two groups of people. People that have balance issues, people with conditions such as MS, Parkinson's, or even scoliosis, and all these conditions that where balance is an issue. And it's also important, or a good exercise for sporty people, where the sport requires good foot stability and good balance, like for runners and martial arts and gymnastics and so on. This is the exercise that will help you to, or one of the exercises that will help you to improve foot stability and balance. So this can be a challenging exercise, so have a chair next to you, or a wall will do as well. So you're going to start by standing. Don't have any shoes, please. You don't do this exercise with shoes on, because especially in exercises to improve balance, you want to feel your feet in contact with the floor. You want to allow your toes to spread. So if you have socks on, make sure they are your dad's socks and not socks that are so tight that your toes are too tight together. Okay, you need to allow the toes to spread, because the toes have an important job when it comes to foot stability, when it comes to balance. If the toes are squeezed, balance is going to be an issue for you. So that's why it's so important to play with your toes and make your toes flexible and mobile and fluid, so that they can do their job, which is to support your body. Okay, that's a different story, different video, and I have lots of videos about the foot or the feet, and to exercise the toes and the feet. Right, for here, make sure that your feet is nicely spread, that your toes are nicely spread, okay? So, separate your feet hip distance apart, more or less, wherever it is comfortable, and just feel your feet in contact with the floor. Notice the contact of your feet on the floor. Notice where the weight of your body is on your feet. Is there more towards the front? Is there more towards the back? Is there more on one foot than the other? Just notice that. Have a sense for your uprightness and your head sitting on top of your spine. If you can, close your eyes and notice your balance. Notice how it feels for you to stand with your eyes closed. If possible. If it's not possible, then of course keep your eyes open. But if you can close them just for a second or two, just notice how that feels. All right, and then let it go. We do that at the beginning, and then at the very end we do it again, and we will notice the differences that may have happened. All right, so we're going to cross the legs or the ankle. So you bring your right ankle across the left. Now, this might be challenging for you, and if it is, do what you can. You can bring the foot more towards the front of the other foot. Do what you can to be more or less in this position. You want to have the heel in contact with the floor. Okay, so both feet needs to be flat and in contact with the floor. Okay, so do what you can to achieve that. Remember that you have the chair next to you or the wall to use it for support whenever you need it, okay? So with your ankles crossed, you're going to keep your head as quiet as possible. You're going to start swinging your pelvis from right to left and left to right, slowly and gently, no rushing. Keep your head nicely on top of the spine without swinging, okay? So look ahead you, breathe in and out, keep yourself tall, so make sure you're not collapsing in the chest. And you're just swinging your pelvis from left to right and right to left. And you do this for a minute or so. If a minute is too much for you, then you do it for less. You do what is possible for you, all right? Make sure you breathe in and out and that your jaw is relaxed and your shoulders are relaxed, everything is relaxed. And you shift the weight of your pelvis from left to right, right to left. All right, and then let go. Go for a walk around the room. So you rest by going for a walk around the room and come back to standing. Okay, now let's do the other side. So cross the other way. And the same thing. You're going to, and crossing the other way may feel different. Maybe it's easier, maybe it's more difficult or more challenging. Again, you do what you can, okay? Just make sure that the heel is in contact with the floor. So put your foot wherever it needs to be, wherever it needs to be for the heel to be in contact with the floor, all right? And use the chair if you need. And again, you're just shifting the pelvis from left to right and right to left. Same thing as before. The head is nicely quiet on top of the spine. And just sense the movement in your pelvis, sense the movement in your spine. Look ahead, keep your torso upright, as opposed to collapsing. Breathe in and out. You can bring your hands in your pelvis to sense the movement. It's important that you do this with awareness, with sensing and feeling the movements. As for any other Feldenkrais exercises, is all about feeling and sensing and working with the nervous system. All these Feldenkrais exercises are all about reorganizing the skeleton, and we do that through the nervous system, and that happens through feeling and sensing. Okay, and then after a minute or so, you let go, go for a walk, come back, stand. Okay, now we're going to do the same, so cross the other way, right over the left. Now we're going to do the same, we're going to swing the pelvis like before, but this time you're going to allow the body to tilt. Okay, so as the pelvis goes to the left, you tilt to the right. As the pelvis goes to the right, you tilt to the left. So allow your arms to be floppy. Breathe in and out and make sure that both feet are nicely grounded on the floor. Feel the soles of your feet in contact with the floor. Breathe in and out. So make sure you move in the pelvis to the sides and then you allow the body to tilt. And notice that you're not rotating. The tendency here is to rotate. Okay, we don't want to rotate. Fix your eyes in front of you so that you know that you're not rotating. The ear comes towards, or each ear comes towards the floor. So we're tilting, ooh, we're not rotating. So this is challenging even for people that don't have any balance issues. So use a chair anytime you need. Keep your jaw relaxed. Make sure you're moving the pelvis and that you're not only tilting the torso, all right? So the movement starts with the pelvis moving to the side, and then you allow the body to tilt. If you need to stop before I stop, then please do that. You do what is possible for you and you build up. Okay, let go. Go for walk. Notice you walking. Notice how it feels, the pelvis and the spine as you walk. All right, cross the other way. And same thing, tilt, move the pelvis first and then tilt. Come back to the center, move the pelvis, tilt. Make sure that your feet are both nicely grounded and the heel are in contact with the floor. Breathe in and out, stand up tall, no collapsing in the chest. Fix your eyes in front of you so that you know that you're not rotating the torso, but you're tilting. And don't expect a big movement, because it can't be a big movement. Not because you have your pelvis slightly twisted, but also because the spine doesn't have much room to move sideways. Breathe in and out. Keep bringing your attention to your feet so that you feel your feet nicely and grounded and relaxed. Make sure that you're not tensioning the feet. That's something that you might be doing unconsciously, because I just started noticing that for myself. So make sure that your feet is relaxed. All right, and as you do each side, you're going to feel a difference. Notice those differences. Make sure you share with me your experience below in the comments area, all right? I like to hear from you, so please do let me know. All right, let go. Go for walk again. Okay, now we're going to do something different. Cross the ankles again, right over the left. And now you're going to move the pelvis forwards and back. And this time allow your torso to move, allow your head to move. Breathe in and out. So move the pelvis back and forwards. Allow your eyes to go down, to move down and to move up. Both feet grounded, both heels in contact with the floor. Okay, you do this for a minute or so. let go and cross. If you need to go for walk, go for walk, otherwise cross the other way. And again, move the pelvis back and move the pelvis forwards. Feel the contact of your feet against the floor. Okay, and then you, after a minute or so, you stop. All right. Go for walk. Then we're gonna do the same thing. But this time is going to be more challenging, and that's when, if you haven't used the chair now, support, if you haven't used any support so far, that's now where you might need it. Now, cross the legs again. Right over the left, and you're going to do the same movement, but this time you're going to so this time as you move the pelvis back, you're going to try to lift the toes and the balls of the feet. Do what you can, and then as you move the pelvis forwards, lift the heels, and you go back and forwards. Do what you can. Breathe in and out. This is challenging for everyone. And if you find it is easy for you, then bring a little bit more challenging. Lift more the front of the feet, lift more the heels. Breathe in and out. Okay, and then let go. Go for walk. And let's do the other side. So cross the left over the right. And again, the same thing. Move the pelvis back and forwards and lift the toes as you go back with the pelvis, and lift the heels as you go forwards with the pelvis. Allow the eyes to go up and down. And breathe in and out. Okay, and then let go. Go for a little walk, come back and stand for a moment. Okay, now we're going to do circles. So cross the legs again, right over the left. Notice if it's easier for you to cross the legs now that you've been through the exercise. And you've crossed the legs a few times, your pelvis has adjusted. Maybe notice if crossing the legs is a bit easier for you now, if it was challenging for you at the beginning. And please remember to leave me your feedback below and share your experience. I am interested in knowing what this did for you. So please do share your experiences with me. Now cross the legs again. This time you want to shift the weight from foot to foot, from the front of the foot to the back of the foot, and you do that by taking the pelvis around in a circle. So you're not lifting the front of the feet or the back of the feet, but you're shifting the weight. So you'll feel more weight on the heels, you'll feel the weight more on the front of the feet as you take the pelvis around in a circle. So bring your awareness to your pelvis as you take the pelvis around in a circle, but keep both feet in contact with the floor, including the heels. Breathe in and out. Keep yourself upright and tall, but allow the torso and the spine to move as it wants. Breathe in and out. And then after you did, say half a minute one way, do the other way, go around the other way. Make sure you're going around and around through the pelvis. And going around one way is going to be easier than going around the other way. Okay, and let go. It's not easy thing to do. Let go for a little walk. Come back and cross the other way, and let's do the same thing. Go around in a circle. Look ahead you so that you know that your torso is nice and upright. Breathe in and out. You will probably feel and notice that you have more stability and better balance when you cross the legs one way. Notice that. Okay, and then go the other way around. Okay, and then let go. Go for a walk and notice how does it feel in your pelvis, in your spine, the contact of your feet on the floor. So as you step, feel the soles of your feet on the floor. Notice if that feels different from normal. And then come back onto your standing. And just like we did at the very beginning, just notice how does it feel to stand now. Can you close your eyes now? How does your balance feel and ease? Notice the weight of your body on your feet. Is it the same as before or is it different? Is it in a different place? Have a sense for your uprightness, your head sitting on top of your spine. and just notice what feels different from the beginning. And please make sure you share your experience with me below. This is the end of part 1. If this was good for you, take some time, drink some water. Always drink water after you do these exercises. Exercise a good pint of water. Notice how you feel during the day or the next day. Please come back and let me know what is your experience, and if this was good for you. This is part 1. Have a look at the link below for part 2. Thank you so much for watching. Give me the thumbs up if this was good for you, and please share it with your peeps. Thank you so much, and I'll see you at a next video. Bye bye now.